Continuous junctions means synarthrosis, and discontinuous junctions means diarthrosis. Diarthrosis. What's the principal difference, my dear? In continuous junctions, we cannot see any anatomical interruption as compared with the discontinuous junction. We can see the anatomical interruption. Continuous junction or synarthrosis can be distinguished as following. First step, syndesmosis. Other words, junctura fibrosa. Junctura fibrosa. Syndesmosis is nothing else but junctions between two bones by the means of fibrous connective tissue. Syndesmosis has following subsets, namely ligamentum, membrana, gomphosis, and sutura. Second type, it will be synchondrosis. Synchondrosis or junctura cartilaginea. It's a junction between two bones by the means of cartilaginous tissue. Namely, we can see subsets of synchondrosis. First, synchondrosis propria, and symphysis. Symphysis. Read, please, in your books, and I will ask you, this will be your self-study, what's the difference between proprial synchondrosis and symphysis? What's the distinctive attributes of symphysis? Do you know? You must know. Symphysis, my dear, old name, but actually Sidevan. Old name of symphysis, hemiarthrosis. But, my dear, hemiarthrosis, it's an old name. You can face it only in relatively old literature, not in recent literature. Hemiarthrosis. We can distinguish that synchondrosis can be temporary and constant. Temporary synchondrosis by aging can be removed into the synostosis. Synostosis or junctura ossea. Junctura ossea, it's a junction between bones by the means of bony tissue. And, my dear, I advise you, and also advise you to know distinctive subsets of synarthrosis, namely synsarcosis. It is not Nicolas Sarkozy. Sarcos means meat, flesh. Synsarcosis. This is junction between two bones by the means of muscular tissue. Actually, a lot of scientists believe that our muscular system make their contribution in bones junction. Why? Because actually muscle, as well as, for example, ligamentum or membrana as well, begins at the certain point of bone and attach to the another certain point of another joint. As a result, our bones are connected into whole. Synsarcosis. It's necessary, desirable to know, to light your examiner by your knowledge. Discontinuous junction, my dear. Diarthrosis or articulatio or junctura synovialis or joints. Joints. And now, my dear, mark it well. Why? Because your second language, English or French correspondingly, can envenom your cognition. Why? Because in English and French language correspondingly, this word has a lot of definition. But, my dear, within the frame of arthrology, if you are talking about, if you utter articulation, articulatio, you mean only joint, only, not another type of structure. If you want to talk about either syndesmosis or synchondrosis or synostosis as well, you must use, my dear, the word only junctura, only junction, only. If you say fibrous articulations, it is mistake. Mark it well, it is rough mistake. The word articulation as well as joint you can use only within the frame of this type of junction. For this reason, there are some distinctive attribute, essential difference of joints. Namely, we can see, so to say, cardinal or obligative features of joint. Obligative. First, cavitas articularis. Cavitas articularis is decisive and one of the most distinctive attribute of discontinuous junction. Why we name it discontinuous? Because we can see anatomical interruption, anatomical gap due to presence of cavitas articularis. Cavitas means discontinuous, means gaps. Cavitas articularis. Second, we can distinguish, my dear, together with you, capsulae articularis. Capsulae articularis, namely, it is of use that capsulae articularis consist of two layers: stratum synoviale distinctive word to define and to justify the words junctura synovialis due to presence of stratum synoviale. Stratum synoviale and stratum fibrosum. Stratum fibrosum separate internal being of joint from adjacent tissue, connects, interlace, intertwine with bony and ossal tissues.
3 plus 8.
Stratum fibrosum,
And you?
I'm drawing,
No,
provides so-called function of compartmentalization or
So,
function of separation. Stratum fibrosum,
3.8.
and my dear, one of the most interesting,
Now,
stratum synoviale. It secretes lubricant such as
13, please, how many marks?
hyaluronan
Please divide.
and another
4,
glycosaminoglycans. Mark it well, my dear. This is a recent investigation of our department.
and
In newborn, cavitas articularis
Nasara,
is lined by
come here, Nasara.
unitar synovial layer, holistic synovial layer in newborn. It is believed that degeneration of synovial layer, which covers cartilago articularis, plays a crucial role in development of osteoarthritis. One of the most important. So, capsula articularis. Next, synovia.
47, average.
It fulfills.
Average.
Just